Again, my name's Gabe Zollner. Interesting little video clip on Western Center for Journalism. 6 blacks knockout game leaves 70-year-old white stranger in hospital. You know, you have to sort of ask yourself a question. What's wrong with these kids? Why does it take 6 of them to go after a 70-year-old man? I mean, that's really disgusting, isn't it? And this is like 7 o'clock in the morning. According to this article, the gentleman was coming out of a 7-Eleven store at around 7 o'clock in the morning when all these black youths jumped on him and pummeled him. They didn't describe his injuries, but they did say that he was in very bad shape. He's being cared for in a hospital. You'd think that somebody should be able to walk the streets without fear of being pummeled to death or near death. Well, maybe that's one of the reasons why people need to be able to exercise their Second Amendment rights. Maybe that's exactly why they need to be able to exercise their Second Amendment rights. And what have we got John Kerry doing? Well, the Secretary of State just signed the small UN treaty against small arms. Yet this administration, including Secretary of State John Kerry, they're probably the largest gun traffickers in the history of this country. You know? Sort of strange, isn't it? But let me tell you, any nation, any country that gives up its weapons throughout history have become slaves. Any and every country that's given up its weapons have become slaves. So I don't see that happening anytime soon. But there's no doubt that these blacks have been empowered by us having a half-black mulatto Arab Muslim president, having a black attorney general, having who knows whatever else we've got, a lot of radical extremist Muslims in key political positions, key cabinet positions. You have to ask yourself a question. Are we destined to become slaves? I sort of digressed. This was supposed to be on black youths attacking elderly people. The whole thing is out of control. No different than the way the blacks have been empowered by this criminal, dysfunctional administration, so have the Muslims been empowered. Anytime and every time they receive support, which they have for who knows how many years, from our government, do you not think that it empowers them? I sure as hell do. Obama has committed so many acts of treason that if you were to try him on each one, it would take the next 100 years to complete his trial. Acts of treason against America. Giving arms, giving comfort, giving food, giving whatever to the enemy. I just saw a little video of Glenn Beck, and he was holding up a photograph of some Muslim terrorists with one of those RPGs, and they were standing in a tent, which was a United States aid tent. You could see the writing behind the terrorists. Now, if we're giving them that kind of aid, is that not against the Constitution? The evidence is right there in living color. The only ones that can save this country, Congress can't do it. They won't do it. The only ones that can save this country is our military. Will they do it? Well, if they won't, there's no hope. None. Nada. Lights out. I expect that'll happen real soon. What do you think? I told you what I think.